Let's fight, folks. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight, guys. Welcome to the each and every one of you. It's a Bella Buckers, Bantu King, Chicken Chipper, Chef Karma, Chicken James. Good to have you in the ring. It's election night in the United States, folks. Election night, fight night is our end. Tommy Gibbs, good to see each and every one of you. Quickly October, Shannon Smith, Daniel saying, let's fight! Shannon, let's fight! Good to have you, Carol, Monroe, and all the other folks like Ingrid joining us, and Dan Foodice. June Chase is here as well. And Lisa, lovely queen, is here. Wanda Fraser, not forgetting Debbie Wills. I see Angela Jordan. Angela, how are you doing? Saying hello to the hubby for us. We trust that you are well. Emily Durant, good to see you as well. How is Tugwell, Emily? Latoya Smith is here as well. Good to see Stan Bourne and Jordan Cook. Rachel Wilford is here as well. Good to see you, Rachel. Deborah Sharona Lynch. Deborah, how are you doing, folks? Share the like, smash the emoji button for us. Coming up, Khemraj Ramjattan on the PPP, Parliament, and all things in between. Coming up, folks, the one and only Khemraj Ramjattan. Julian Mars, good to see you. Onika Glenn, great to see you. Paul Bohm, Paul. Good to see you, Paul. You all do as Chanel says. Share it down live, smash that emoji button. Good to see you. Cleon, Christopher, how are you doing, Cleon? We're fired up, guys. We're ready to go. We've come to work. Thank you so much. We're fired up. We're ready to go. Good to have you. Money Schwein Ryan is here too. Here's some powerful. John Wilson, all the other guys joining us. Share the live. Smash that emoji button for us. Zoran Stewart. Lumbo! Good to have you, Lumbo Innes and Enid Miggins and all the other folks who join us. Such a privilege to have you guys with us. Such a real privilege. Randolph Curtin, all the other folks, Amanda Daniels, Glenford Gordon, as well joining us. Sheila Hazel. Sheens, how you doing? Zoran Stewart, Renald and Rhonda. Good to have you guys. Pace and Power, John Lester, Penelope, Suchang Sudhari, Sandrine Bay, good to have you as well. Paul and Alexis, Charlie Richard. The whole team is out tonight, guys. Share the live. Those of you who are joining us on YouTube, guys, we are so grateful to have you. Led there by, all the usual suspects. Chisel Chipper. Sheila Boy Child, Jimmy Gibbs, good to have you, Randolph, Dolores Delhi, and Cecile Ogo, guys. It's a privilege being here with you each and every night. We count it a privilege. Oh, you all did well with the shows last night. Don't let us drop back. We got to go forward. No dropping back. So everybody who shared last night, share again, folks. And those of you who forgot us, look, don't come running from me. It's better in chest, it's pencil in chest. Don't come running for it. But good to have you. The guys are going to let us know they're ready with the fight card. We're fired up, guys. We're ready to go. A couple of things to share with you. Then out of your here, coming up, Khemraj Ramjattan is going to be joining us. The man himself, folks. The man himself is going to be joining us. See you, Rebel. Good to have you. See how you doing? I ain't seen you a little bit. Welcome back. Or, some people are sometimes there, but very quiet. Behind the scenes, on the sidelines, watching on, listening in. We're good to see you, Sia. Josella, good to have you here as well. Josella, Loretta, our guy is here. Brenda Brilliant. Ron Spencer, Charles, I share. Roxanne Messer, Jacobs. We can't find 505,000 of you to share the damn live, smash that emoji, but we haven't fixed it. We out here, brace it over. Brace it over. Having it, brace it over. We beg you, Hazelin King. Shannon Smith, good to have you, Shannon. Shannon, the comments are flashing by so fast. The comments. Robert King, Cecile Olden, good to have you. Pace and Power, Pace and Power, guys. The folks want to see us and we want to see them. Wilma Grant, good to have you, Wilma. All the other folks joining us. How are y'all doing? I ain't not too shabby for my age. I keep it good. Like Chanel, Randolph, Cecile. Cecilia, good to have you, Paul and Niles. Good to have you, Sandrine and Basil. June Thomas, good to have you, June. Sandra John, come on down. Guys, you all see? We qualified car. Well, a good size and acceptable dimension tonight. Good to have you folks with us. Gail Mingo, Don Ben, Charmin Mars. Folks, you will not appreciate how chaotic it gets before the program starts. In front of the camera and behind. Chaotic, chaotic, chaotic. Yes, chaotic for some people. It's chaotic for us. Very chaotic. Channel Pan Cham. Good to see you, Channel. Good to see you. Good to see you. Folks, share the live. We're approaching the number for liftoff. Good to have you, Gail Mingo, Joan Dillon, Sarah Clark, Bella Crawford, and all the other folks joining us this evening, guys. We're so privileged to have you folks. Wherever you are joining us from. Person Power, Jen Van Veer, and Joylin Cook. We are so privileged to have you folks here with us. And you know we got to start with the sample because some of y'all can't wait for the main course. We got to start with the appetizer. With the appetizer, folks, because we understand some of y'all just damn near question you can't wait. That's what we understand. Basic power, share it right. Basic favor, you know how to do it. So we're going to be picking up on the US election, the poll, if not closing, and quite a few folks sent us photographs. We will show it tomorrow. With the I voted, little sticker on there. You know, we can copy some positive things too. You know, I voted and so on. Yeah, they sent us a photograph, right? To verify, you got to verify. And then we can talk a little cricket, folks. We're going to talk a little cricket. Yeah, we can talk a little cricket. And then we on to some stuff coming out of the U.S. Embassy. Some information I got to ask my guests. Coming up, folks. Khemraj Ramjattan himself. Rolling cricket, Khemraj is a heavy hitter. And then we back to the COI. Oh my gosh. We all know. Your Bible going to stand today. And he got to present himself. Your boy was on the stand today, folks. And then we're going to talk about what's happening in Essequibo, folks, and land and squatters and so on. We are going to be talking about that. But you all know the anniversary month. You all know the anniversary. We born month, folks, as a program. We're celebrating 2 years, folks. We come off a milk yet. We still on the bubs. We still on it. We still on milk, folks. We crawling now, but we coming up to running speed. We coming up, we building up. Folks, this is our anniversary month. We are 2 years this month. Can you believe it, Khemraj? We are 2 years as a program. Yep. And it's only because of your love, your support, and your generosity, your presence here, folks, that makes a difference and keeps us going. You want to help us to move forward? You can contribute to our program via Cash App and Zelle and PayPal and in MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union, all of those platforms. All their convenience are right there, folks, on YouTube. If you look at the bottom of the comment section on YouTube, you can contribute to our programs right there. Look at the other side. If you're in the diaspora, that is. If you're north side. If you're north side. If you're local, you won't be able to benefit from that. You won't be able to help us in that way. But you got all these other platforms, MMG and you name it too. Cash in hand, welcome to. Thanks, welcome to. Each donation, folks, keeps us going. Pace and power, guys. Boots on the ground. We bring you in from around the world tonight. We bring you like a big plane from around the world. Good folks. Welcome. We're going to Warren and Joylin Cook and Glenford Gordon, Roxanne Aaron and Ancho Douglas. Good to have you folks. What's happening in New York? How those results looking? And no, we're not going to get everything we want to get, but we can get some of it. How is New York looking? How are the boroughs looking, folks? And some of you I know are, far out from New York. How are those places looking with this election? Do let us know. Alison Cortez, good to see you. Good to see you, Alison. Lots of things happening internationally, folks. But we think you ought to know about a couple. And as we on what's happening in the U.S. elections, I think this is what we want to share with you. There are some predictions that the Democrats may. I'm picking this up out of Reuters. May lose Congress. But you know if that happens, that will sign a lot of the work that the Democrats got to do, especially the plans and projects and proposals of Biden. Them dragging us like the PPP, they're going to try to stymie that. They're going to try to stymie that. But the folks are telling us, we got to keep our fingers crossed. But there are some predictions that the Democrats just might lose Congress, Barbara. I know you folks who are topside can tell us a little bit more about that. We just might lose Congress. I see a piece of the graphic is falling off of the screen. The guys are going to help us because we want you. It's not ridiculous. It's prediction that the Dems just might lose Congress. We're going to watch that, folks. Our eyes are on that throughout the evening. And if you guys hear something before us, do let us know. 627-6963. 627-6963. I want to see these people. And I want them to see Chevron Fraser. Good to see Perfecto. You got Perfecto. You see, we got the people here. Florent Jacobs, Arbiter, and all the other guys join us. Welcome, good folks. Welcome. Chisel Chef. Good to have you. Come on, Landry. Good to have you. Lena, good to have you. Lynn, good to have you. Pearl and Patricia, good to have each and every one of you guys in the ring this evening. Guys, we're building in now from around the region. We want to say best wishes to all the folks who are contesting in those polls. Topside, best wishes to you folks. I have no doubt that the people who know will make the right decision. We have no doubt. Folks coming from around the region, folks, and we're coming in from, I think it's in Dominica. We are 6 dead in Dominica owing to these floodings. We've been tracking this all day. We spoke about this in our morning program, FYI. We have been tracking 6 dead in Dominica, and the guys are heading to the polls on December 6th. They got their own election coming up. December 6th, folks. In Dominica, they had elections, but the flood, folks. The flood giving them a hard time. The guys are gonna just take that tab off of that thing so we can see the notation a little bit clearer. Yeah, the floods there, folks. The floods. Y'all know them by sea. They only are from floods. There's only Father people in. There's only Father. Folks, Khemraj Ramjattan coming up. Share the damn live. Smash the emoji button, and let's go down the road, guys. Bring us back. Yep. We're watching the vlogs, folks. We are watching those who are good to see Roy Gary, Gredette, and all the other guys who are joining us. Stacey Lewis and Henrietta Anthony. Good to see Shireen Baines, Karen. Folks, have you taken the opportunity to share the live? Have you taken that opportunity to smash that emoji? How you guys help me to carry this up? I push it out back. It's to the right side. I push it out back. I want the space. Push it out back. Stacey Lewis and Juliet Mickle, Paul Anthony, Roy Gary, St. Romain Adams, and all you all beautiful, fantastic. I want to take it now. Jesse Henry, how y'all doing? Volme, good to see you in Aaron. Y'all know where we fight like these problems. They're not very complete now. Y'all know where we fight like two. It's problems. But as we begin tonight, issues happening at home, we want to say respect and manners. Respectitude and mannerisms. Respect and manners, folks. Y'all know very old has just entered into the International Cricket Council's Hall of Fame. Who else? The Tiger himself, Khemraj Ramjattan. Not to hear Khemraj on this. Khemraj is a cricket aficionado, and definitely he's going to have some thoughts here. I'd love to hear his thoughts on Khemraj Ramjattan being inducted into the International Cricket Council's Hall of Fame. Yep. Why we see you respect and manners? The Cricket Council Hall of Fame. Respect and manners. They're very old. Khemraj Ramjattan. Man, that's your own driving doctor, you know. The same street that has the office of the president. Khemraj Ramjattan Drive. Fitting to such a legend. Folks, this guy has given his life. We saw him very, very young. Very young. A cricket prodigy. Very young. He has done well. He has kept our flag flying very high, and we're very proud of him. We're very proud of him. Very proud of Tigers. Excellently. Superbly. Bigly. Proud bigly, folks. We are proud bigly of Tiger. Very proud. Yep. Respect the manners. Respect him. He's done well. Folks, share the damn live. Smash that emoji button first. Annalisa Lovely, have you shared it? You see when I come on Annalisa page, and then you see the live is better than Annalisa Chestnut. Rolinda Jordan, you see when I come to your page, and then you see the live share Jackie Cameron. Say we all come, we have been done, you have blood pressure. We have put a smile on your face, change your whole attitude, give your spouse a better person. You all good share the live. Your hand tight, you can't get that to you know. Folks, we know when you all come, you are so engrossed in the program, you become almost immobile. But just the favor of the night. Share the light, smash that emoji button for me. We're going down the road, folks. We're going down. Share. There's some power, folks. There's and power. Look what we're saying. You see, when we tell you, are we coming after you? Are we coming? We coming. That's for the bad people. The next for the wrong people. We told you, folks, of loyalty to Clark. Who said, you see the nonsense that they're detaining people illegally, unconstitutionally and all of that. Well, we're going to make you all an example. We're going to make you all an example. Well, she promised to sue the authorities, and she's making good on that promise. We're being told that the official paperwork has been filed, and the attorney at law, Shamika Clark, who advised her client constitutionally of his right to remain silent and not to incriminate himself during an interrogation at Soku, and who was arrested for just advising her client. Just advising her client, you know, but she's going to make you all an example. Monica from Beck, I'm going to make you all an example, and she has filed the papers officially beginning that process of suing the hell out of Soku. Yep, suing the hell. And this is water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. I can pick Khemraj Crass about those things. Folks, share it down the right. Coming up, Khemraj Ramjattan, folks. Coming up, the man himself, Khemraj Ramjattan, and best wishes to attorney at law, Shamika Clark, as she proceeds in this part. Yep, you got to do it though. Some people out here, you got to make them an example. You got to make them an example. You know what, damn the others who won't come on you funny. You got to make them an example. Good folks signs in the times. I will tell you, every day, the people sign. You don't have to go far to see good people sign in the times. I mean, they Julius Michael Chandler Moses. Bring it down, come family. Flora Jacob Sward, Annalisa Queen. Signs in the time, guys. Signs in the times. Everywhere you turn. You see it? I say to you, good folks, you ain't gonna go far. You ain't gonna go far. Remember, we told you that young lady just recently, Oma Davy, who was chopped by her paramour, by her husband, who should have been protecting her. Folks, this country going from bad to worse. Signs in the times when the post-mortem has revealed that Oma Davy bled to death from a cut in her foot. How inhumane, how barbaric. This fella, folks, I got all kind of expletive story around me. This fella here, this Jagabat here, this fella here, said how she was putting on the net, went drunk to a particular side of the bed, we had the cutlass brace up, and she fall on the cutlass and ended up chopping her foot and her hand. In addition to other parts of her body. What foolishness is this? What nonsense is this? We beg, but we ain't stupid. The guys are saying song. The guys are saying song. We beg, folks, but we ain't stupid. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. We beg, folks. We beg. But we ain't stupid. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Can you imagine that? The postmortem says that Oma Davy Versami bled to death. That's what the postmortem results reveal. She bled to death from a cut in her foot. You think these folks easy, Joe Max Hardy? Leonard Jacob says low song. We want to improve that. We want to improve that for folks. They said low song and we don't want that. Give them good song, please, and thank you. The people want song and we want to give them song. Gil Alcock said better now. But West Gale said better. We want no problems with our viewers, folks. Signs of the times. For information, I really want to hear Khemraj Crass on this. This must be slap the PP in the chest. This next one here. For information, Wesley Ward. Shonel Smith Daniels says loud and clear. Deborah Clark says loud and clear. Lexi Banks says loud and clear. Ingrid says loud and clear. Good to have you folks join us. Yep, loud and clear. This one here must be slap the PP in the chest. This next one here, because the American ambassador today met with a representative, the CEO, if I remember correctly, of Apology. I remember these jagabats who said they're racist. They're like everybody. There's one guy on the following. These jagabats, Jagdio and Co., Jagdio and Company, disemboweled Apology. International Decade of People of African Descent. That's it. The organization, the theme of their endeavor, empowering black people, empowering Afro guys, empowering groups and individuals in this decade. Take away the money, the subvention out of wickedness. But the USMBC said, we get here. They pull out a statement today, guys. The folks want to see us. They pull out a statement today that said that they met and they had talks on wide range of issues, not only on the empowerment of Afro-Guyanese, but on myriad issues, folks. They had engagement, and the American Embassy said in a statement that they are looking forward to working with Apology in the future. They are looking forward. So, you see, when one door closes, another door is open. Another door is open. So when the PPP door closes, another one is open. Right? So hold straight, folks. Hold straight. When one door closes, another door is open. Respect and manner. Pace and power. for your information. So Jack didn't think he closed the door and he can kill this organization. The American embassy stepped in and said, we're going to work with y'all. We're going to work with y'all. Jack, you must feel like a sentence now. The Americans watching them, you know, watching them very keenly and then reporting back to headquarters. Watching them very, very cleanly, folks. Very keenly. If you haven't been out in a while, good folks, if you haven't been out in a while, you want some very nice fuzzy to take you, please be advised for information. For your information, I want you all know, this place is open. The Macy's has opened. So if you are excited, I know some of y'all, Karen Black and Gladstone Matthews, Nicola and Juliet Mickle, Chanel Smith Daniels and Cecily Logan, Patricia Craig, you're so excited for the Wagyu. I know that. You all are tremendously excited to sample the Wagyu, but the place is officially open now. I want to wish them the best. If Wagyu is not you think, maybe not too cheap for you, maybe you want something more expensive, give them a check out. They're on the corners, I think, of Church and high up Church Street there. High up Church Street. It's a new building. They're on the roof there. Macy's open. Fine Italian fine dining. Please, folks, don't come to dirty ways. Right? Don't sit down, you'll show up your foot, all the goodies showing, and them kind of thing. This is Italian fine dining. Catch your senses. This is a Macy's Italian fine dining restaurant. That has meaning, you know. Italian. You're going looking for curry chicken and so, and cook up, and pepper pot in a bottle. Well, Italian says, we're going to learn the menu. Right? Don't have a chicken and chips. Right? Italian, and then it's fine dining. You're going to ride on a little trooped up and so on. You got to came out. Right? You got to be caning out. We're going to a Macy's Italian fine dining restaurant. Well, the place open. Same the Wagyu. Is that you think you want to go higher? Maybe you go into the HD, Hennessy, and so on. 95,000, 70,000. That's your range. That's your range. You have to tell us happy anniversary this way too, you know. Send us the Wagyu, folks. Send us the Wagyu. Please and thank you. Macy's open. And we want to say congrats to them and best wishes. Talk about Trench Polls, the Tat Polls, and the cricketers, good folks. Coming up, Khemraj Ramjattan is going to be joining us, but we got to go through the paces with these boys. We got to go through the paces. It's nice time. Folks, I want y'all know it's nice time. We can start making our demands now because it's nice time. It's nice time, folks. I will have you know. I will have you beautiful, peace-loving, uncontroversial people know that we are billionaires now. Well, I'm talking about GYD. I'm talking about US. We are billionaires. We rich. We rich. We rich it up. Kesharma, Louisa Wells, Diane Gibbs, Andy Kenrick, we have reached the top. Roy Galloway, we reached it up. Lloyd Marcus, we have reached the top. We ain't coming on up from this side. We are the top. To get me piece of the pie in the sky. No. We are the top, folks. We rich. They're telling us that the Natural Resource Fund is at $1 billion as of September. We rich like Rihanna, folks. We rich like Oprah. We got money like Kanye West. That's what I want to be rich now. We rich. Don't talk to me anyhow. Talk to me softly. I got money. You see? I can afford my Wagyu. I can afford my fine dining, my Italian and so on. I come up, and cook up. I'm a curry chicken and so on. My chicken curry depends on where you live in. You see, I'm coming up for a little while. I'm moving into Wagyu now. We coming on up, folks. Up the east side. Up the east side. Be rich. $1 billion in Natural Resource Fund. So we're expecting things of a difference. That's the point I want to make you. That's the point I want to tell you. We're expecting things of a difference. Right? Please and thank you. Not the shenanigans that happen at GCOP. Not the shenanigans that going on at GCOP. We're expecting things of a difference, folks. We're expecting things of a difference. Did you know Chief Elections Officer published the wrong list for local government elections? The list he published is really the list for general and regional elections. You see why we said this fellow was the right man for the job? You see, first day on the blocks, wrong list he published. Now they're too ashamed to pull it back. They're too ashamed to pull it back. They published the wrong list. Here's what story is this. We run this country like a bottom house shop, and that is to give bottom house shops everywhere bad name. That is to give bottom house shops everywhere bad name. We run this damn country like a bottom house shop. They publish the wrong list. Well, I'll be not playing. Leave the opposition, member of parliament, leave the People's National Congress reform. He have it with them. Listen to Mr. Aubrey Norton today during the course of his press conference. Take a listen.
The Ghana Election Commission published a preliminary list of electors for the next local government election. The certificates of commissioners signed by Commissioner of Registration Vishnu Prasad state that the list of persons on the list are those qualified as electors, and I quote, for election to the National Assembly and Regional Democratic Councils, unquote. Not surprisingly, therefore, the list does not assign electors to their local government constituencies for local government elections. The PLE assigns electors only to divisions with no information on constituencies. In local government elections, residency is vital to several aspects of the process. With regards to eligibility of voters, the law requires electors to be registered and living in the constituency in which they are desirous of voting to be able to vote under both the PR and the constituency components of the election. In this regard, one arrives at the conclusion that the Elections Commission is either incompetent or is preparing for general and regional elections rather than local government elections. GCOM needs to state which elections they are preparing for, and if it is local government, they need to rectify the problem in keeping with the law. As regards candidates and nomination, the law, for example, stipulates that a candidate seeking elections under the first past the post or constituency component of the local government election must be registered and living in the constituency in which he or she is seeking to be elected as a councillor. Furthermore, the law requires lists of candidates to be supported by no less than 100 and not more than 110 registered voters residing in the specific municipality or constituency to be contested. Clearly, GCOM must ensure that electors are easily determined to which constituency they or other electors belong. GCOM is also obligated to ensure that contesting parties and groups can readily determine to which constituencies electors, candidates, and nominees belong. The 2018 official list of electors for local government election provides such information. There's a copy here, and it gives specific. It states the name of the person, the address, occupation, ID number, and it is done on a constituency basis. This is available. For the next local government election, GCOM has completely failed in this regard. Failure to rectify the problem places an undue burden on electors, and worse, will deny most of them the information they need to make claims and objections and to vote. GCOM must discharge its obligation to provide the voter with the knowledge and requisite information needed to effectively and meaningfully participate in local government election. While we have not made a decision on participation, we are concerned that the law and established protocols are not being followed. The 2022 preliminary list of electors is manifestly unfit for local government purposes. It is not only bloated, but it also violates the constitutional rights of electors. It undermines the integrity of the election. It is a recipe for disaster. GCOM must get its act together. We therefore will be requesting an urgent meeting with GCOM to raise these fundamental questions.
Thank you. The other half of the press statement will now be read by Mr. Ganesh Mike.
That's how they went down, folks. That's how they went down. The people publish the wrong list. They had one ththing to do. Wish to do one thing, you have to do one thing. One wasn't plenty. which we had one thing to do. We turn our attention to what's happening at the COI folks, the sham COI. Well, boy, let me say, let's start with first things first. Shudas was in the box. Was in the box today. You know you Pampazet. Yeah? You know in Galvant. Shudas was in the box, folks. He was in the box today. Talking all manner of things. Like how he be there? When you listen to Schumann, you wonder how the fella be there? How the fella be there? The man said at one point he said he thought the chairman of GCOM, Colonel Singh Who Swing, was in danger. He said he felt the chairman was in danger. Huh? But it's the question that will stun you, that the woman ask you. He said he felt when he looked and see things that happening. And when the chairman, he thought at one point she was in danger. Yeah, Shimon. Yeah, you would think so. Yeah. You know, people are asking how come Shimon didn't show up in his sartorial splendor or lack thereof, and he's still homecoming dress for the moment. You all know Shimon like to dress to impress. And that's why people say Shimon is a fraud. Shimon is a fraud. He's no way to tell up when and how. And so he said he felt the chairman was in danger. Listen to the man himself. Listen to the fellow.
After there was a suspicion that she is being held captive, I personally, and I will say this, I personally feared that some harm may have come or may come to the chair of GCOM.
So what did you do?
Can I expound on my reasons why the fear overcame me?
No, I don't think that's necessary. That's personal to you.
After
Yeah. You feel she was in danger. What you do? What you do, Shimon? What you do? You stood there, leader, presidential candidate. What did you do? That is the question. That is the question. If I bite too fast for you, take another look. Take another listen. What you do?
there was a suspicion that she is being held captive, I personally, and I will say this, I personally feared that some harm may have come or may come to the chair of GCOM.
So what did you do?
Can I expound on my reasons why the fear overcame me?
No, I don't think that's necessary. That's personal to you.
After
It's not necessary. It is not necessary, folks. It's not necessary. Moving on. Still at the COI. Well, them boys, a lot of people have been talking about these foolish terms of reference that constituted this commission. Well, them boys come out to the commission and said, we didn't draft it. You ain't trying to catch a little hand here. So don't come around with funny. The commissioners. So we didn't draft the term of reference. People, what is this thing aiming to do? You're not indicting nobody. You're getting no cross-examination. What is it meant to do? Right? The Presidential Commission of Inquiry, the PCOI. The PCOI said, we didn't draft them. It's a little hand we catching here, money government, and we show up. We didn't draft them, so don't come around with funny. Don't come around with funny. That's what them boys say. But I want to tell you, these crises we can't deal with in this government. This government is some real crisis, you know. Them by crisis. Since August 2nd, 2020, country mixer. Downward trajectory. Downward, folks. Downward. August 2nd, 2020. Downward. That's where we're going. It's crosses. Last week, case in point. LJ convoy coming down from Berbice. Knock down a man and kill him. Crosses. As is a prophet. He see that? He didn't see that, but he seen the spiritual powers clog up. The spiritual powers clog. He didn't see that. They killed that man on the road. Today, catch fish, boat going somewhere. They say he went to a big fancy boat. Nice time in the boat. Them journalists and so catching the tail at the back. Well, they said plastic. According to them, catch the propeller. That's one report, you know. That report said they're not going to investigate. A plastic catch the propeller, flip the whole boat. You know, wire, lighter, and sponge. The one government, you know, a plastic catch a whole propeller and flip the whole boat. I don't know. That's the kind of plastic. They said plastic catch. I tell you what the people reported. I wasn't there to say a plastic catch the propeller and flip the whole boat. The man was flung into the water and drowned. Right? Drowned his crosses. Them boys his crosses. I want to hear from Khemraj. So hastening on his crosses. Our thoughts and prayers go to the family of Trevor Patrick. Our thoughts and prayers. It can't be easy for them. In 1 week, you know, it's not even 1 week. Because we just over the weekend. Just over the weekend, they knocked down the fella on the East Coast. Knock him down. If you're gone far in the fancy boat, that's not leadership. You just make sure everybody get on life jacket and so on and so on and so on. And then you just proceed. He got in the fancy boat, in the $1 billion boat, and left them small man in a boat with no life jacket and all kind of things. You see that? And them boys won't call the leadership. 2 mishaps in 1 week. Eh? People say he sacrifices, the things calling for blood. I tell you, the man in the street say, who like it? Do we have to do? That's what the folks say. Is the things calling. The things calling for blood. That's what the folks say. I want you to know we big. But we step into our thoughts and prayers go to Trevor Patrick's family, his loved ones and his community. Our thoughts and prayers. Folks, this is going to be a bad man government. I got to ask, there's so much things I got to ask Khemraj about. So many things I got to ask. Leave the Alliance for Change about. Member of Parliament. I got to ask him so many things. Folks, we begging. We begging this country. We begging, we stop it. Look story. You all know everywhere in this country. Everywhere in this country. People squatting. Success. Government go flood them people out. Break down the house. Bulldoze them. Send them dealing with squatting. You got a big sign going up to success. Squatting is illegal. You know, got some folks in Mokok on their ancestral lands. Them guys trying to take it out from under them. Oh, they're allowing squatting. This, da. I want you to be big. But we ain't shop it. Even catfish, Esikebo, met with some squatters. He said, you ain't gonna land. You all are going to get title to that land in this one Guyana. In this one Guyana, in charity Esikebo. Even said the squatters, you are going to own this land. You get a land right here. You get a land. The very land you're squatting on. You get a land. You get a land. You get a land. You get a land. Success, you all hearing this? Success squatters, you all hearing this? The folks in Moko, are you hearing this? It's different strokes for different folks in this one Guyana. Different strokes for different folks in this one Guyana. But folks, vote of the day. Vote of the day. That's our real place. So we take Paul from swim down now from charity. After the share land to the squatters there. Then the East Coast. Lusignan, they had to walk about. Right? When a man spent the president, how is president 10 and a half? We hear the fellow walking with the wrong person. We hear the man walking with the crowd and call and say, Chief, welcome to my village. And the man recognizes everyone. The man says to him, everyone, welcome to your village. The man walk up calling call. You know calling call little, what's call it, bulky. You don't cover, you don't take. Calling call, the man walk up calling call and say everyone. He recognizes everyone. Everyone telling out, but they disappeared before we eyes. But when the man see what was before him, the man had a present for your fun. He said, take a belt, Chief. Hold this pants. If you like this pants sagging a little bit, take a belt. Yeah, it's the greatest country on earth, folks. I love it. Morning of the night, I love it. He said, everyone, which belt you want? I want to help you, everyone. I'm not this pants small. A little bit for you, know? It's small. Which belt you want? I will help you. You know me nothing. You know me nothing. I do the service of my country. Which belt you want? Folks, the main event, the man himself, the one and only leader of the Alliance for Change. Folks, undisputed, the Alliance for Change. And a man who's a heavy hitter, a cricketer, aficionado, the one and only Mr. Khemraj Ramjattan, joining us tonight. Bring it out, folks. Can I bring you out or can I bring you out? Grace and power, Khemraj. A very good evening, guys. Send through the audio for us. The man himself, look how he's reposing. Mr. Calm himself, the epitome of calm. Khemraj, a very good evening. Welcome, sir. Is Khemraj audio on? Send it through for us. All right. Bring us back and let's try to get him properly. You see the fellas ready? We're ready, folks. Fired up and ready to go. Fired up and ready to go. We're going to get him in a second, folks. You see he's there looking all surreal, calm, fired up and ready to go. Send your audio shoot to him. Or he has to unmute for us. And we fired up, guys. We got a couple things we want to ask Khemraj. We got a couple things we want to ask him. What happened in Parliament the other day? Why them boys fighting this clean voters list? Why? Is this one Guyana where we see it, where some people getting, some squatters getting the very land they're squatting on? Acknowledged to be squatting. The government say, I know you are squatting. You are getting land. Is that the one Guyana we living in? Is that the one Guyana? A lot of people getting bulldozed, the house getting brought down. Yeah, the lands getting flooded, police being sent, and all of that. That's that the one Guyana? We got a lot of things to ask Khemraj. We got a lot of things. Do we have it now, folks? We got a lot of other things. We got a lot of things to ask him. A lot of other things. You think this country easy? You think this country easy? Well, who vex? Who vex? Khemraj, are you there? Khemraj, can you hear us? Khemraj, can you hear us? He has to unmute for us. Yep. Folks, bear with us. We're going to start out in a second.
Not hearing anything.
He's not hearing us. All right, bring up one of our graphics and let's start it quickly. Yep. The man himself is here. Bring us up full, folks. That being said, no, we don't want this one. This is what takes us out. Yep. Bear with us, folks. Khemraj is here. We're going to sort out an audio issue. And then we're good to go. We're good to go. We will have it in a second, folks. So much to deal with. So much. Them jagabats trying with we. They're trying with we. But they can't get through. They can't get through. Jagabats and trench craft. They can't get through, folks. They can't get through. They can't get through. All right, let's bring back Mr. Norton and then we start it quickly. Let's bring back Mr. Norton. We start it quickly. We're back in the jiffy, folks. We're going to start it out and let Khemraj for you. Let's try with it tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning to members of the media and to our audience. Teixeira's arguments against the opposition motion on a clean voters list are ridiculous. At yesterday's sitting of the National Assembly, the Speaker's denial of the opposition's motion of adjournment to debate a matter of definite, urgent, and public importance did not surprise anyone. Guyanese are fully aware of the puppet-master relationship between the Speaker and Freedom House. No one, therefore, expected the Speaker to rule objectively on the merits of the motion and in the interest of parliamentary democracy. However, the opposition tabled the motion to ensure it cannot be accused of not exhausting all available conventional mechanisms to get a clean voters list. At GCOM, the efforts of our commissioners to appeal to reason and good sense have been resisted by a chairperson who has shown no courage, no competence, and no independence in fulfilling her constitutional duty to the people of Guyana. APNU-AFC itself has been making its case for a clean list to the wider society, the diplomatic community, and civil society. Additionally, months ago, we publicly and clearly signaled our readiness to support all required constitutional and statutory amendments to facilitate the cleansing of the list and the use of modern voting technologies. All these efforts have failed to convince the PPP to return to its 2015 position when Freedom House itself loudly called for fresh house-to-house election, house-to-house registration, and for the use of biometrics at the place of polling. PPP's hypocrisy is there for all to see. Minister Teixeira's arguments on Monday against our motion were just as ridiculous. She argued that the fact that the list of electors now includes over 90% of Guyana's total population is a result of the opposition using a 10-year-old low national census figure. But whether the population is 750,000 or her predicted 800,000, the fact still remains that the PLE has over 200,000 names of persons who are either dead or no longer reside in Guyana and is therefore bloated.
I am not
Khemraj, can
hearing
you hear
you.
us now?
I'm not hearing anything now.
We are hearing you. Guys, put it
The
through for us,
audio
please.
is seem to have gone off.
Take up, make sure your speaker is on. We're hearing you a little bit. We're hearing you a little bit. Advise us. It's them boys, folks. It's them boys. What we can tell you? It's them boys. All right. Do we have it? Khemraj, can you hear us now?
Not hearing anything.
All right, bring us up. Bring us back. Bring us back and bring back Ganesh for us. Thanks very much. We're going to be back with you, folks. We're going to be back. Enjoy some more of Ganesh's presentation during that press conference today.
The number does not disappear or dwindle based on the size of the population. It still remains a number that could be exploited to deny the democratic will of the people through massive voter impersonation, as occurred in the 2020 elections. Minister Teixeira also repeated the ignorance that the same database was used by APNU AFC in 2011 and 2015. But as has been frequently explained in rebuttal, the list today in 2022 is not the same list in the 2011 and 2015 elections. Recall that the last house-to-house registration was in 2008. The National Register of Registrants was therefore 3 years old in 2011 and 7 years old in 2015. Therefore, it is 14 years old today. It has lost its purity, shape, and soul. It is not the same animal. Further, Minister Teixeira, in justifying the recent criticisms leveled at her, stated that the opposition leader, Mr. Aubrey Norton, violated parliamentary rules by tabling a motion for the cleansing of the voters list by constitutional and statutory amendments when such amendments to electoral laws were slated to be debated the same day. Minister Teixeira either lacks understanding or believes that Guyanese people can be easily fooled. The opposition's motion for a clean voters list targets a few specific articles in the Constitution. The motion, therefore, cannot be accommodated by the bogus Roper consultations, as these consultations, according to the Attorney General Anil Nandalal, on several occasions have nothing to do with restructuring the electoral provisions in the Guyana Constitution, but are limited to the Representation of the People Act, ROPA, and the National Registration Act. Likewise, the argument that the motion should await the larger CRC process is dishonest. Elections are due in 2023. The motion targets only a few specific constitutional clauses to increase the integrity of
Third time's a charm, they say. Third time's a charm, folks. Third time's a charm. Let's go, folks.
You're
Go for
hearing
it.
me now?
Khemraj, you can hear us now?
I am hearing you loud and clear. You hearing me?
Yes, I am. Give me some more audio for Khemraj, thanks.
Yeah.
Khemraj, how are you doing?
I am doing fine. I was just wondering what's happening with the technical matters.
Ethiopia. Them boys will be strong.
All right. Well, good to be on your
Khemraj,
program
yesterday was
again.
Parliament, and we saw a walkout of the National Assembly by the parliamentary opposition over a motion that was tabled for a clean voters list. Why them boys fight this list so much? And it's like every motion we submit, neither urgent, neither public importance, and all that other stuff. Talk to us.
Well, you know, they only want to knock out people like you from the ring, you know. That is the only motions they would like to bring in Parliament, and to knock off 8 or 10 of our members. But the critical issues are being dismissed by them whenever we put up our motions, we put up even our questions. You remember the high cost of living, I think poverty, bribery and corruption in relation to the Sugate with Barajagdeo, alleged bribery and corruption and so on. And I think the natural gas flaring, that was another one that was knocked out. We had a lot of sabotaging going on when they brought their motion to state that government members got to be in the PAC committee. They passed
Motions and flooding as well.
Yes, and flooding and so on. So they're not allowing, and you know, I'm a little surprised by the speaker too, that he's not allowing these things. And you know what I got recently from Raphael Trotman was the speaker's ruling during the time he was speaker. And I remember when he was speaker, he did a lot of rulings on these matters as to what constitute definite matter of urgent public importance. And he went and looked for all the precedents from the Lok Sabha and so on. And I'm reading the matter proposed to be raised under this head, definite matter of urgent public importance, should be of such a character that something very grave, which affects the whole country and its security, and the House is required to pay its attention immediately by interrupting the normal business of the House. The adjournment motion is thus an extraordinary procedure, which, if it's admitted, leads to setting aside the normal business for discussing this matter of definite urgent public importance. Now, we have elections in March next year, local government elections. We have seen international observers, regional observers like CARICOM, local observers, all indicating that you need a sanitized voters list, because that one got too much dead people and it got too many people who are non-resident in Guyana. And that the next electoral cycle is around when, based on the history of why we are to get house-to-house registration. That one happened since 2008, and it's almost 14 years, 2022. Now, and so what we did, myself and Aubrey Norton, we did a motion to adjourn Parliament so that we can discuss this matter of urgent public importance. And in a very cavalier fashion, I must say it was, you know, disappointingly thrown out. And it had our various whereas clauses, whereas, you know, the recount showed that there was so much voter impersonation, about 4,800 people who were supposed to be dead voting, given feedback from, you know, the need for a clean voters list, even from the PPP prior to 2015. And whereas clauses talking about observers of all stripes calling for a sanitized list. Then we went on to deal with the resolve clause, that this National Assembly discuss and enact necessary constitutional and statutory amendments to authorize GCOM to do two things: remove all the names of persons not resident in Guyana, to use modern voting technology to prevent voter impersonation. What could be more important than that? And then
Yeah.
they throw it
Yeah.
out. They throw it out. Well, then is when we walk out, because we are going to utilize all the legitimate means at our disposal. But as the opposition leader indicated, and I supported him on that, we have to exhaust all these means, because the PPP seems not to want to do the legitimate thing. They want now to say, by virtue of this consultation reform and constitutional reform, they would like that process, which will take another 2-3 years, to come on stream before we can get constitutional and statutory amendments to ensure that we get the local government elections and even the next general elections, all these difficulties and challenges resolved. And so that is going to take a long time. We can fast track the amendment for a residency requirement in the Constitution and also in the statutes of Guyana, so that we can have a local government elections which requires a residency requirement. Now, it is my legal opinion that there is a residency requirement already in the law in relation to local government elections. And they just don't want to do it. And all this intellectual dishonesty coming from Gail Teixeira and Anil Nandalal, that you got to wait until we are ready for you. Well, that is a lot of bull. And you are getting people angry in this country. And look, I am one of the more conservative ones who will take a long time to get heated up. But knowing what transpired in that recount period, you're getting very angry now with the PPP, and especially their dishonesty, their hypocrisy. Remember 2015? They said they want biometrics, they want brand new voters list, they want this,
Yeah.
they want that, all the thing they want.
House to house.
Yes, and they were calling for all of that. The international observers are calling for that in the 2020 elections. We are further away from the house-to-house registration of 2008. An electoral cycle was supposed to be in the vicinity of 8 to 10 years. We are now into the 14th year. And they still want to use that, a list that is so bloated. And to use all these arguments that Gail and Anil and so on using, they are only going to make people more angry and get mad. And that is what I'm afraid of. Because if people like me could get very, very angry at what they are now talking and trying to disparage and make, empty all these arguments that we're putting forward, which is bolstered by Carter Center, by the European Union people, and so many others. What do you really think that can happen now when you would have exhausted all the possibilities of getting it via court rulings or indeed the parliament? The court rulings were blocked because they're saying that one respondent who signed up that he take the thing in a wrong date, that respondent, David Granger, the whole thing get thrown out. And the CCJ has made its ruling. Well, okay, you have so ruled. Well, there are other methods now which can make the elections more acceptable. And that is what they do not want. They want to do wickedness. And even the perception of the wickedness is, is something that they have to at least try to smooth away and so on. But they don't want to. And this is where we had to walk out. I gave the Alliance for Change gave its support fully with APNU on the motion, and we all walked out. And this thing about the local government elections now, we have
Tell us.
seen, that's another thing now, because in local government elections, you have to have a residency requirement. I have been going through the laws of the Local Government Elections Act 23, I think it is 2308 or something like that. And it is indicating quite clearly there that assuming you want your candidates Your candidates got to come from within a constituency. And if the constituency is, let's say, Section K, Campbellville, or Campbellville generally, you got to get the boundaries. And you got to be a voter there. You got to also get 100 signatures for your list of candidates, or the candidate that is going in the first past the post,
Correct.
the independent. Now, we don't see a voters list having all of that from this.
So, what do you think ought to happen now that they publish the wrong list?
Well, you know, that
Like
is
the
the
sheriff to
embarrassing
get it
thing.
back.
It is a very embarrassing thing because they felt that the elections list for a general elections, they can extract that and put that for local government elections. No, they're about how much is almost 80 NDCs and municipalities that you got to find the borders of. And within these NDCs, you have constituencies within them for the subdivisions. And you got to work out the mapping of all of those and know who are the voters therein. And then those voters must be able to know themselves that we're going to vote at this school, if it is Campbellville Secondary or Primary School, or Ramakrishna Annex, or whatever it is. They didn't extract that thing, as far as I'm being told by our commissioners, that way, and they want to hold the elections in March. Well, they're going to be in serious trouble. They might have to adjourn it for a long, long time. And if they...
Where do you get this list from, Khemraj? Where do you get this list from? Where do you get this list from?
I don't know. But if they do the wrong list, I am going to propose with some other lawyers to ensure that we bring some criminal prosecutions because they are not doing the thing in accordance with the statute. They are not doing it in accordance with the statute. And so it is important now that we understand, you know, they love to go to the criminal courts and so on with people. We could say, but you're not abiding by accordance with the local government elections law. We had that thing done, a very important, significant development in 1994 when under Chedi Jagan we had the first local government elections after a long, long time. And you had to map it out in accordance with that law. We are not seeing that happening now. They do a pull-out from the general elections, but that is by regions. And that is wrong. You got to do the thing far better than that. And this is important too. Like they now catch themselves because I understand they're trying to now work out a different work plan as to how they're going to fix this thing because they now get caught with their pants down.
But Khemraj, it goes back right to what the coalition was saying. The GCOM needs to review the last electoral process. But they don't want to do that.
No.
It seems like they're doing the COI to review it.
Well, that COI can proceed with its work. But the trouble is that it is the internal operations of GCOM that has to get the thing right and understand the distinction between local government elections and also national elections. Otherwise, you're going to have huge problems. And if people go now to vote at the local government elections, assuming we say we're going to participate, and when you go and your name is not on that list, and then you got to go to the other one down the road or after many miles, what happens?
Yeah.
What when some people from, you know, certain areas can't find their polling stations? Even when now to nominate, you go and you nominate somebody and the GCOM could say, well, that person who is not in your village, not in the constituency. Elections, like is happening right now in America, are so fundamental, and it can create further polarization. It could create, you know, civil strife too.
Correct.
And if you know trying your best to get this thing rectified, because remember, we are amenable to the elections being delayed. You know how long we delay under the PPP for get local government elections? We never got it back after Chedi Jagan in 1994.
True.
We never got
20 years before 2016.
before 2016. And Mr. Granger, who was very adamant that it must be done under his presidency, it did twice. He did it twice.
Yeah.
And we got
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah.
Now you're going
But
to
these
tell
boys
me,
just come in and delete the thing already.
yeah. It is crazy,
Khemraj,
and we can't allow that to pass. We'll have to
Khemraj,
ensure.
before I let you go, I wanted to ask you, we saw Anil in the National Assembly yesterday morning extolling himself. And, one harken back to just 2 weeks ago when the CCJ said that he brought the entire, administrative justice into disrepute. And then we saw Soko recently, and, you had these law bodies and associations from near and far talking about how this represented, an attack on the rule of law. What are we seeing here?
It's
Just past the
executive
halfway
lawlessness.
mark of this government, this regime.
It is executive lawlessness. It is arbitrary government. They feel that because, let's say, they won that case, the CCJ matter, they have a carte blanche to do anything now. Well, that's the mistake they're going to make. That is the big mistake they're going to make. And they feel, and especially Mr. Nandalal, garrulous as he is, always talking, he loves to hear himself, quite frankly. He gone on to say all of these things. But, he has been very, very much chastised by that same CCJ. I mean, he should understand that mistakes will be made. And he will make some of those.
Yep.
The
He told the lawyers he thought the issue was water under the bridge.
Yeah, look at that. And he was talking about what? The aggressive agenda that they got, or the hidden agenda that they got. What's wrong with that guy? And then he cussing down the Court of Appeal judges. There is some decency that is required of an attorney general, not to be openly and unabashedly, chastising Court of Appeal judges. They got their own politics in the judiciary going on. Their politics on the judiciary. I had written very extensively that we must not politicize our judiciary. We must judicialize our politics. And it was several years ago, based on a High Court amendment that the PPP wanted then. Judicialize our politics rather than politicize our judiciary. But that is exactly what this Attorney General is doing. And, I remember Miles Fitzpatrick and all of them when they had promised to bring some injunction against Guy Suko. Jagde was the one that gone and cuss up the Bar Association, and I had to come and condemn the PPP for it. And all those, I was in the PPP then. But this is where their commandism, you see, they were cultivated and cultured in something called democratic centralism. Even in today's constitution of the PPP, you know what is their ideology? Marxism, Leninism, and communism. When I tried to delete that in the Port Morant conference in 2004, I think it was, 2002, sorry, I was kicked out literally after that. But that is the culture, commandism. We are in government. We got a majority in parliament. We will do as we want. Well, little by little, the Americans can deal with them. The Americans are going to deal with them because they're getting corrupt. And all this kind of thing, I don't know. They want now to go and do all kinds of pharmaceuticals and open big pharmaceuticals. I hope it's not friend and family again.
Because we know how Sputnik went. You remember Al Maktoum, the Shady Sheikh? We understand how that went with pharmaceuticals.
They know how to be corrupt, all of them. And they're going to do this thing. And they're going to do the politics of deception, the politics of covering up, misinformation and disinformation, a lot of fake news, a lot of left hand and know what right hand doing, and all kinds of things. And they're going to put on people the personalities of like the Charandases, who are going to, bring disrepute to this country. And that is what, if you can only get the things corrected so that the elections results would be acceptable to all, then proceed with that. Don't tell me you got to wait for the constitutional reform process and then we're going to talk about residency requirement. We could delay the local government elections. I remember Chedi Jagan delaying it as a result of him and Desmond Hoy talking from 1990 to 92 to get the list right. Get the list right, because you can't, as even the CCJ has ruled in our same case and also in the coffee case out of, is it Belize or one of the islands, that's a fundamental pillar of a democracy, the list being correct. And you have to make it correct. So if you can delay the process to ensure that this list becomes more acceptable to all the contestants, to all the stakeholders, and into the international observers and all of that, why not?
Yeah.
What scampishness you got? You got more impersonated ID cards to prove do not, like what happened at East Coast? Something that was being alleged by Basil and Amna, I think, against Anil. Of course, he denied and then he drive away. But look, these things all can come back to cause people to have a lot of things in their heads. What you do is you make sure that it is all corrected, just like how Hoyt corrected it, and Chedi Jagan said this is acceptable now. Change the man for heading the GCOM and all of that, and then we had an acceptable results. Both Jagan and Hoyt agreed with the results. Let us have that. And that is all we
That's the country we're living in, unfortunately. Confusion powder. Khemraj, I really want to thank you for sticking with us, barring the technical difficulties there. Thank you so very much, and we're going to pick your brain soon enough again.
Thanks. Anytime,
Thanks for being with us.
anytime.
Folks, that's going to do it for us tonight. And that's our time, and that's our program. Apologies for that little snafu there with the technology. Sometimes it's more than we, folks. Sometimes it's more than we. But that's going to do it for us at this end. Take care, guys, and stay safe. Thanks for staying with us a little bit into the overtime. Thank you so much. We're going to be back tomorrow morning, tomorrow midday, and tomorrow evening, guys. So anniversary month. So remember to partner with us, folks. We're available via PayPal, Zelle, MMG, Cash App, inclusive, MoneyGram, Western Union. We don't want to say the braggadocious way, folks, but we just bring them for your convenience. You have any questions? 627-6963. Each donation, folks, each donation goes towards building out our program, making them big and better for you, folks. Trying to improve. Thanks for helping us. Thanks for your generosity, folks, your love and your support. Take care. We're going to see you guys back tomorrow. Have a great evening. Take care now.